are exhausted. Not just tired, exhausted. And this is what drives me absolutely nuts. You are doing everything right. The supplements, the workouts, the organic food, the meditation apps. But every afternoon, it's like someone pulled your plug. What if I told you your gut is literally eating itself for fuel? I'm not being dramatic. Your body is cannibalizing your intestinal lining, breaking it down for energy, creating holes that let toxins flood your system. Think about that. While you are trying to boost your energy with another cup of coffee, your gut is stealing it right back, like a vampire in your belly, sucking you dry from the inside out. This isn't some rare condition. This is happening to millions of high performers right now, maybe even you. Look, I get it. You've tried everything. You've cut sugar. You've tried keto, made intermittent fasting. You take your B vitamins, your adaptogens, your whatever the wellness influencers told you this week. But you still crash at 3 p.m. like clockwork. Here is what nobody is telling you. When you are stressed, and let's be honest, who isn't? Your body goes into survival mode. It needs fuel, fast. So it starts stripping glutamine from your gut lining. Glutamine is what holds those intestinal cells together. Without it, your gut develops microscopic holes. Now, here is where it gets scary. Through those holes leak bacterial toxins. Scientists call them LPS, lipopolysaccharides. I call them energy vampires because once they hit your bloodstream, your immune system goes haywire. Inflammation spikes, your mitochondria, the power plants in your cells, they can't produce energy efficiently anymore. It's like trying to run a Ferrari with sugar in the gas tank. You know that brain fog that hits after lunch? That's not normal aging. That's your immune system fighting a war it can win. Those toxins floating through your leaky gut, they are triggering what we call a cytokine storm. Your body is so busy fighting this invisible fire, there is no energy left for you. And your doctor, they run the standard labs. Everything looks normal, they say. But you know you are not normal. You know something's wrong. If this is cleaning for you, if you are sitting there thinking, how does he know exactly what I'm feeling? Then hit the subscribe button, because what I'm about to share could change everything. Listen, I've been there, doing everything right, but still dragging myself through each day, feeling like a zombie at my kid's soccer game, guilty about being irritable with my family when all I wanted was to collapse on the couch. And the worst part, nobody believes you are really struggling. You look fine, your labs are normal, but inside, you are falling apart. I remember one Saturday morning, my son asked me to play with him. Simple request, right? But I literally couldn't. Not wouldn't, couldn't. I sat on the floor with his toys, and it felt like I was wearing a lead. 20 minutes felt like 2 hours. The guilt from that moment, it still gets me. That's not normal tiredness. That's your body under attack. So, what exactly is happening inside your body when this energy theft occurs? Here is where the science gets fascinating and where the solution becomes clear. So, here is what's actually happening. Your gut isn't just randomly falling apart. There is a cascade, a domino effect that starts with stress and ends with you feeling like garbage every single day. Dr. Alessio Fasano from Harvard discovered something revolutionary. He found that when your gut barrier breaks down, it releases a protein called zonulin. Think of zonulin as the master switch that controls the gate in your intestinal wall. Too much stress, those gates fly open. And here is the kicker. Once those gates open, it's not just toxins getting through. You are losing nutrients too. Remember all those expensive supplements you're taking? That organic food you are eating? Most of it It's passing right through those holes. Your body cannot absorb B12, iron, magnesium, the very nutrients you need for energy production. Dr. Andrew Huberman puts it perfectly. When the gut barrier is compromised, lipopolysaccharides from bacterial leak into the bloodstream, triggering chronic low-grade inflammation that saps your energy and contributes to chronic fatigue. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes in it. But here is where it gets really interesting. Those bacterial toxins, the LPS I mentioned, they don't just cause inflammation. They directly interfere with your mitochondria. Dr. Rhonda Patrick research shows that LPS actually impairs ATP production. That's your cellular energy currency. Without ATP, you've got nothing. This is exactly why coffee doesn't work anymore. This is why you're exhausted even after sleeping 9 hours. Look, I remember when I discovered this in my own body. After running functional tests, I found high levels of tunneling, the marker of leaky gut. But I also had flatline cortisol, bacterial overgrowth, and sky-high histamine. My body was under constant attack. I was doing everything right on the surface, intermittent fasting, bulletproof coffee, gym sessions, but my body was cannibalizing itself. I couldn't grow muscle. I'd crash after 10 a.m. I was irritable with my family. The energy I thought I was creating, my gut was stealing it right back. Here is the metaphor that finally made it click for me. Imagine your gut as a nightclub with bouncers at the door. Normally they check IDs, only letting in the VIPs or nutrients, and keeping out the troublemakers, toxins. But when you are stressed, it's like the bouncers abandon their spots. Now everyone's getting in, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And your immune system? It's like the police showing up to a riot. All that energy goes to crowd control instead of keeping you functioning. Dave Asprey said something that stuck with me. Stress makes your body cannibalize the gut lining for glutamine fuel, creating holes that leak toxins and tank your energy. That's not just science. That's theft. Your own body is stealing from itself. I had another client. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a marketing executive, 3 kids, husband travels for work. She came to me because she was failing at everything. Her work, not mine. Every day by 2 p.m., she'd lock her office door and put her head on the desk, just to survive until she had to pick up the kid. She'd been to 4 doctors, thyroid normal, iron normal, B12 normal. One doctor actually suggested antidepressants for exhaustion. When we ran her functional labs, different story entirely. Zonulin levels that will make your head spin. Cortisol pattern completely inverted. High at night when she needed to sleep, crash in the morning when she needed energy. And get this, severe reactions to food she ate every single day. Her healthy breakfast was literally poisoning her. But here is what got me. She said, I thought this was just what being a working mom felt like. No, this is what having a leaky gut feels like. This is why standard medicine keeps missing it. Your regular doctor runs a CBC. Maybe check your thyroid. Everything comes back normal, but they are not looking at intestinal permeability. They are not checking zonulin levels. They are not examining your stress hormones in relation to your gut function. Before you chase another thyroid medication or blame your genetics, we need to understand the whole system. Your stress response, your gut integrity, your detoxification pathways. They are all connected. This is why I always start with functional labs that look at the complete picture. The 5 foundational tests I run, they reveal what's really happening. Your stress hormones, not just cortisol, but DHEA, and how they rhythm through the day. Your gut permeability markers, zonulin, histamine, DAO, your microbiome balance, who's living in there and what toxins they are producing, your liver and detox capacity. Can your body even clear these toxins? and hidden food sensitivities. What triggering more inflammation? Remember Sarah, the marketing executive I mentioned? Her sonolin was through the roof. Her cortisol was completely flatlined by noon, explaining those afternoon crashes. But here is the kicker. She had severe sensitivities to eggs and almonds. Her healthy breakfast of scrambled eggs and almond butter toast, it was like throwing gasoline on a fire every single morning. 6 months later, she texts me photos for her daughter's volleyball games. Not because she's there. She was actually there, but because she's actually watching, cheering, present, not counting the minutes until she can collapse in her car. But here is what frustrates me. This isn't about quick fixes. If you are wondering whether leaky gut is stealing your energy, let's talk. I've opened free 30-minute strategy sessions. The link is in the description. We'll figure out if this is your issue and map out exactly what tests you need. Because you deserve to know what's really happening in your body, not just normal laughs and a pat on the head. Now that you understand what's actually happening, now that you see how your gut is sabotaging your energy, let's talk about what you can be this week to start turning things around. Because knowledge without action, that's just frustration. All right, let's get practical. You can wait 6 months to feel better. Here is what you can start doing this week to stop your gut from stealing your energy. Your gut needs glutamine to repair those holes. But here's the thing. You can just pop a glutamine supplement and call it done. You need to eat foods that naturally support gut repair. Bumble. I know. Sounds like something your grandmother will say. But there is a reason. It's loaded with glutamine, collagen, and glycine. 1 cup in the morning, 1 at night. Not the store-bought garbage. Real bone broth. If you hate the taste, add some sea salt and herbs. Your gut lining will thank you. There was this client, a tech CEO, who rolled his eyes when we suggested bone broth. I don't have time to sip soup, he said. 3 weeks later, he called up. I don't know what's in that stuff, but I haven't needed a second coffee in days. His afternoon crashes, gone from bone broth. Sometimes the simple things work. Look, I'm not going to tell you to eliminate everything, but for the next 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, cut these 3 things: gluten, processed sugar, and alcohol. I don't care if you are not sensitive to gluten. These 3 are like gasoline on the leaky gut fire. They increase sonolin production, feed bad bacteria, and keep those intestinal gates wide open. 2 weeks, that's it. See how you feel. I know it sounds extreme, but Sarah, remember her? She fought me on cutting gluten. I'm Italian, she said. Pasta's in my DNA. 2 weeks later, she had her first full day without a crash in 5 years. Now she says pasta was holding her hostage. Her words, not mine. You can't eliminate stress. I get it. But you can stop eating when you are stressed. When you are in fight or flight mode, your body shuts down digestion. Eating in that state, it's like trying to rebuild your house during an earthquake. The food ferments, feeds bad bacteria, and creates more toxins. Simple rule, no eating within 30 minutes any stressful event. Had a tough meeting? Wait. Rushing between appointments? Wait. Your gut needs calm to heal. This one changed a lot. Dropped my histamine levels by 40%. I used to eat lunch at my desk between calls while checking emails. Now, I take 15 minutes. I breathe. Then I eat. Game changer. Forget expensive probiotics for now. Start with resistant starch, green bananas, cooked and cooled potatoes. These feed the bacteria that actually protect your gut lining. They produce something called butyrate. It's like a spackle for those intestinal holes. 1 green banana or half a cooled potato daily, that's it. Your beneficial bacteria will start multiplying, crowding out the toxin producers. Another client story. This woman thought I was crazy suggesting green bananas. They taste like chalk, she said. But she was desperate, starting adding half a green banana to her morning smoothie. Within a week, her bloating disappeared. First time in 3 years, she couldn't button her jeans comfortable after long. Sometimes the weird stuff works. If you are exhausted, crushing yourself at the gym is making things worse. Your body sees intense exercise as stress. More stress means more glutamine theft from your gut. For the next month, switch to dog walking. 30 minutes outside if possible. Morning light helps regulate cortisol, which helps protect your gut lining. This isn't giving up. This is a strategy recovery. I know this is hard, especially if you are type A. But when I switched from CrossFit to walking during my gut healing phase, my energy came back faster. My muscle mass actually increased because my body could finally absorb protein again. Sometimes slowing down is speeding up. Can I tell you something personal? The moment I knew this was all worth it wasn't in a lab result. It wasn't when my energy came back. It was 7:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. My kid was having a complete meltdown. You know, the kind where they are screaming and nothing makes sense. And I was calm, present, kind. 6 months earlier, I would have snapped. I would have been so depleted, so irritable, that I have made it worse. Then felt guilty. Then stayed up thinking about what a terrible parent I was. But that Tuesday night, I had energy left. Energy to be the dad my kid needed. That's what this is really about. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not imagining things. Your body is sending signals. It's telling you something needs attention. Those afternoon crashes, the brain fog, the irritability that makes you feel like a stranger in your own life, that's not you. That's your biology crying for help. Listen to me. You probably spent years thinking you just need more willpower, more discipline, another supplement, another diet. But you can willpower your way through a leaky gut. You can out-supplement systemic inflammation. You can exercise away endotoxins flowing your bloodstream. This is about understanding what's actually happening in your body and addressing it intelligently. Not quick fixes, not magic pills. Real, lasting change that gives you your life back. I care about this. I really care about this because I've been where you are. Because I know what it's like to feel like you are fooling everyone you love just by being exhausted. You deserve better than normal laughs and being told it's all in your head. You deserve to wake up with energy, to make it through the day without crashing, to be present with your family instead of counting the minutes until bedtime. Think about Sarah, the marketing exec. 6 months ago, she was surviving on willpower and presso, locking her office door to put her head down, missing her kids' moments because she was physically there but mentally gone. Now, she sent me a video last week, her daughter's championship volleyball game. It wasn't about the game. It was her in the stands, cheering, laughing, high-fiving other parents. I forgot what this felt like, she said, to have energy left over for joy. That's not a miracle. That's just what happens when you stop the energy theft. If you are ready to figure out what's really going on, if you are ready to stop letting your gut steal your energy, I'd love to help. I've opened up free 30-minute strategy session. No sales pitch, just you, me, and an honest conversation about what might be happening in your body. Click the link in the description. Let's map out exactly what test you need. Let's get you answers. Because here is the truth. The path back to yourself, it's not as far as you think. Your energy is still there. It's just been stolen. Time to take it back.